Well, hello, beautiful audience, ambitious women. Today I have one of my newest friends who is super ambitious, but at the same time, so so beautiful inside and out. I always love her personality and her positive attitude. She's always optimistic and has this abundant mindset, which I really love. And this is just one of her lovely qualities. So we had just a brief encounter and had a great conversation. And I thought, oh, yes, she will be an awesome asset to my podcast and my listeners. So please welcome Jasna Dao. How are you today, Jasna?
Thank you for having me, Jules. I am wonderful. I'm really excited to be here, and I can't wait to see what this next few minutes or hours unfold for us.
Yes, I know we can talk for hours, but we're going to make it efficient. So I had a set of questions that I am personally curious. And I also know that my audience is going to benefit from your wisdom and your answers. So
Yes.
we had just a brief encounter to kind of get to know each other. And what Yasna shared with me was that her spiritual journey, or whatever you call it, growth journey, started about 10 years ago. And actually, 10 years ago, you discovered Joe Dispenza work and Tony Robbins work. And yes, these are amazing people that I admire and follow as well. However, I just discovered Joe Dispenza. I have heard of Tony Robbins before as well, but Joe Dispenza is my like recent discovery.
Yes.
If you don't mind, can you take us back to your past to some stories that you're willing to share today that happened and kind of brought you to this work that you discovered 10 years ago?
Yes. So I am originally from Bosnia, and I lived there until I was 12. And then I moved to Germany during the war when it broke out in Bosnia. And I lived there 7 years and moved to America. And I came to America, just like anyone, is like America is the land of opportunity, the land of your dreams. And so I, wanted to be an entrepreneur, and I started at US Bank. I was pretty successful there. I worked there for 10 years. And then eventually, when I met my husband, we decided to go into business together and to leave corporate world and become an entrepreneur. And that's what I did. And so fast forward about 10, 12 years ago, there was one moment in my life where I had something happened. I had an encounter with someone, and I felt like, you know what, I feel like this is Groundhog Day. I feel like things are repeating. I feel like if I don't change something about myself or my life, it's not going to work out. Things will just going to repeat, and it's always going to be the same. And so I decided to Google, whatever was on my mind that day. And sure enough, um, Eckhart Tolle popped up.
Mm.
And it was exactly the question that I Googled. I even was like, oh my God, I put it exactly in, and it was saying that. And it totally spoke to me. And from that day, completely opened up my eyes to the world. I ordered his book, started reading it. And before you know, I found Tony Robbins a little bit later. I found Joe Dispenza. I even went to Tony Robbins events.
Mm.
Um, we did the Unleash the Power Within, where we walked on fire, and we learned some really important lessons there that I have been able to carry through my life.
Wow. Yes. Yeah. That's amazing. Okay. So I'm so excited. We're going to learn so much from your experience and how you received their knowledge and also put it to work. Well, you
Mhm.
were talking about that you noticed kind of like the repeated pattern. So are you okay to share what was the pattern that you noticed in your life that kept repeating?
Yes, I think I had an argument with someone, and I felt like, this seems like this argument keeps repeating. And like, what is it? It's got to be me, because it's always the same, no matter if it's the same person. It is, if it's another person, I felt like it was me, and so that's where I knew like it was me that needed to change, and that's where I was willing to do whatever I needed to do to change.
So it seems like you trusted that inner wisdom within you and actually maybe unconsciously taking that responsibility by asking a question. It feels like
Yes,
me because it keeps repeating with me and different people. Yeah,
yes,
that's beautiful. So yes, that's a beautiful step and you followed that, and thanks to Google,
yes,
it leads
thank
you to the
you.
right direction. So let's start with Eckhart Tolle. What was the first book that you read?
I can't even remember. I think it was New Earth. Oh,
Oh, wow. Yeah. Okay.
um, I think that was the first one. I can't recall now because it was so long ago.
Yeah.
Um, but I read both of them, and I don't know if he has more now, but at the time he had two, and I ordered both of them. And then
Mhm.
quickly I transitioned into Tony Robbins and read his books, and that's why we went to his events. He's all about taking control of our lives,
Mhm.
setting big goals, and taking action to achieve our goals.
Mhm. Yes. Well, we're going to go back to Tony Robbins and Walking on Fire. Let's try to go back to Eckhart Tolle. If you remember, so like you discovered him, you read some of his books. What do you feel the message that you received from Eckhart Tolle studying?
Um, I think that, really that I had the power inside myself to change,
Mhm.
and that, it was completely normal what I was going through, and that I could make a difference. Like I could do something, become different.
Yeah. It seems like, yes, you went through the steps of awareness, acceptance, and aligned action.
Yes.
That's kind of like what I do in coaching. So those are the three main steps. So you became aware,
Hmm.
but at that moment, you just allowed yourself to see yourself kind of from a different perspective, like keeps happening,
Hmm.
but it's my responsibility, that level of acceptance, which is very important. And when you
Hmm.
accept it, oh, it's me, you actually went and did the aligned action.
That's right.
Beautiful. So yeah, that's awesome. All right. So yes, power inside of you and what you're experiencing was normal. All right. Let's move to Tony Robbins. I know you already mentioned some things that you learned from him, but like that walking on fire, can you take us to that moment? Like, what was the purpose for that? What did you learn? And how's this fire walk nowadays?
Well, let's see if I can. So basically, we went to Unleash Power Within, and it's like a big conference, and it's about, again, taking control of your life, setting big goals, and taking action to achieve them. And I knew that we would walk on fire, like that was like part of it. But I thought it was going to be like the last day because, I thought we're going to have to learn all the stuff before we walk on fire. Little did I know that the first day we were there, he goes, all right, tonight we're walking on fire. So we're going to prime you and prepare you, and then you're going to walk. And we're like, what? This cannot be true. We cannot be walking tonight. I don't know if we're ready for this. And
Mhm.
so he did really a lot of work with us, a lot of mindset change, a lot of changing states too,
Mhm.
physically, but really preparing our mind
Mhm.
for what is to come, and really see, it's like planting the belief in us that that we're powerful and that we're protected. If you're in certain states of being, you are protected no matter what happens. And that's why he used the power as an example. And so what he did is he primed us, and we got into groups. They separated us from the people that we knew. They paired us with new people so that we had no excuse of um kind of bailing out. He
Mhm.
said, usually with new people, you don't bail out as easily.
Wow.
So
Okay.
you had new friends, and you were walking, and, it was all about that your word is powerful. So he
Mhm.
said, so, because we're about to walk on fire, you say cold mass. Okay, so that was one of the things. And again, he really emotionally and mindset prepped us, but one of the things that we had to repeat was cold mass, cold mass, cold mass. And we chanted that all the way through. As we were going there to walk, we were like cold mass, cold mass, cold mass. And we were embodying that we're about to walk on cold mass, because your word is more powerful than anything else. And so when we got there again, when it was our turn, you just go and you say cold mask, you look straight ahead, you have full confidence, and you just walk and you're like cold mask, cold mask, cold mask, cold mask, and you walk right on fire and you're fine. And you're at the end on the other side. You're like, woo, and they wait for you, they spray your feet just in case that you burn or anything, but everything was fine and it was good. So that day really changed my life because I changed my state and my body was protected. Nothing happened to me when most people would have burned, it,
Mm-hmm.
they probably would have been in emergency room.
Yeah. So how did you experience that change of being that you said? Like, how do you know that you actually experienced that change?
Well, because I did it, I claimed a different reality. I said cold mass.
Mhm.
I embody it. And again, he said, you want to make sure that you're confident in what you're saying, and that if you're a pathological liar or insecure, this is probably not the best thing for you to do. And so, being able to really be confident about yourself and really believing that your word is more powerful than the situation in front of you, and what you say is what matters, and standing in that state.
Okay, so yeah, what you say is what matters. Hmm. So yes, I know that words are powerful and it's like a magic wand. So yeah. How long did it take him to prepare you? Is it just a matter of hours or days?
So it was a day, I would say we probably maybe 4, 5, 6 hours. I can't remember now. It got really late. Like we were there till like midnight or 1 o'clock
Wow.
because he was priming us so much. And then there were lines and lines of people because there was like thousands of people there. So, and everyone was doing it. So it just was all night. Yeah.
Wow. That's
And then,
amazing.
walking on fire only took like 3 to 5 seconds, because
Uh-huh.
there's
Yes.
you're just like maybe 10 steps that you walk on
Mhm.
the hot coal that are like burning.
Yeah. And was it outside or inside?
Yes, it was outside and they had them prepared like in lines. And so
Mhm.
we had
Mhm.
all bunch of lines and everyone was going and doing it. And then they had ambulances there too, in case
Mhm.
someone did burn, so they could take them right away.
Okay. Wow. That's really phenomenal.
But yeah, if you do it right, you should succeed.
Yes. Well, and I guess in that being in that environment and also under his powerful presence, that also probably contributed to that moment of embodying what he was saying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. And so
So,
that taught me really to not doubt, like that there is no room for doubt, or there is no room, it's not necessary. Because if you can just embody the fact that what you say is true, now it will happen if you allow it to happen. If you stay in that state, if you don't doubt, if you don't waver, and if you don't, oh, I'm not sure, you've got to be confident. And that's why he said, if you're, insecure, or if you go back and forth, if you're a pathological liar too, then you believe the opposite of what is true, of what you say.
yeah.
So it's really knowing that what you say is so powerful and it is the truth.
Yeah. And I guess what you also said previously, it's just like when you claim the different reality, and then there is no way out. So there is
Yeah.
no doubt. It's just
Yeah.
how it is. And then you be that.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I guess a beautiful segue to Dr. Joe Dispenza work because he is the guy who is about being and reality.
Yes.
So let's see what your encounter is with him. Did you go to his seminars? Did you read his books? Tell us what you've learned from his work.
I started with him on YouTube. I just found
Mhm.
him and I really got fascinated with him with his meditations
Mhm.
because he's all about mastering your thoughts and emotions and using the power of gratitude to change your life. So I really got fascinated with his teachings first and then his meditations and how he was able to help people heal from disease and from mental illness with this. And so for many years, I meditated 1, 2, 3 hours a day. I still love to do it. And I really like went deep inside and did some work, and, he talks about to change your personal reality, you have to change your personality,
Mhm.
because your personality creates your personal reality. And so just be really understanding that and how you do create your own reality and being aware of that and, using gratitude. Because he says gratitude is the ultimate state of receivership. So when you're in gratitude, you're, in state of receivership and things are coming to you that are meant for you.
Mhm. Yeah, that is his famous phrase. Yes, in order to change your personal reality, you want to change your personality. And the way he also defines his personality is what you think and what you feel, just like what you learned from Tony Robbins as well. So, and that's exactly what we can control. I guess going back to your journey to where it all started, you were right and trusted your inner wisdom, because the
Mm-hmm.
only thing we can control is our thoughts and is our emotions. And of course, from that, our words and then our actions.
Yes.
So yes, that's awesome. So yes, you've been really blessed to have access to this amazing minds out there in our times. And
Mm.
no wonder that you are who you are.
Yes.
So let's get to your present. So like right now, in your life, when do you feel most empowered?
I think feeling most empowered for me is when I'm taking action towards my goals and dreams. Um, learning new things, overcoming challenges, and helping others. Those are the things that I really strive for and that make me feel empowered. Really, I love helping others and taking them to the next step that they need to go.
Yes, that's beautiful, especially from your transformation. Yes, it's so beautiful to help others and share what you learn, which you are doing right now.
Mhm.
So dreams and goals. What is your big dream nowadays? What's your big vision?
I feel like I'm living it. I really am. Like, I love my life. And I was just talking to my friend how I love my life. It's amazing. I have everything that I could ever ask for.
Mhm.
So, it's like I'm just living my dream.
Mhm.
I love that our network that we're creating together. That's one of my favorite things right now that we're growing, and we are working on our mastermind retreat. So
Mhm.
I love that. That's one of my dreams is to have my girlfriends travel together,
Mhm.
retreats all over the world. And
Yes.
so that's one of my big goals and dreams.
Okay, I want to be your girlfriend. I want to travel around the world and help
Yeah,
other people. That's it. Well, but
absolutely.
this is the beautiful place to be. Just like you said, you have co-created your reality by um rebirthing, so to speak, your personality. And you are in a beautiful place of expansion,
Mhm.
because that's what I'm also learning and understanding more. Like we don't necessarily like have to suffer, and also suffering is a perceptual thing. So because our natural state is love and abundance, and this is
Mhm.
just when we get separated from ourselves and all the other
Mhm.
things. So when we come back to wholeness, in wholeness, we are abundance, we are love, we are trust, we are wisdom. And this is the place to heal. So, which is the beautiful place to be, to create more, to expand more, because yes, you're loving your life, but guess what? You can expand and even, like, I guess, expand your capacity to love even more of what can come, but it has to start with you dreaming big and owning that dream. And like you already said, you are in that state of receivership, because like, yeah, this is it. I'm grateful. I've co-created that.
Yes, and it's like living my dream life already,
Yeah. Well, yes. And that's just like Neville Garter says, it's to create from the wish fulfilled.
Yes.
Yes. Just beautiful. So it's good to see that it's possible. And we might just have to strengthen your muscle for dreaming bigger.
That's right.
So, because there is so much potential that you have to create more.
That's right.
So, we kind of maybe like, yeah, touched a little bit on success,
Uh-huh.
but what does holistic success mean to you?
Well, holistic success to me is like the word holistic, like whole, not but achieving balance in your life, making sure that every piece of your puzzle, every piece of your life is in harmony, making sure that you having healthy relationships, healthy body, healthy mind, and successful career, so that everything is fulfilled. So that would help bring peace of mind.
Mm-hmm. And do you feel like you are there in all areas of your life, or is some area that needs some attention?
Um, I don't think so. I
Okay.
don't. Mm-hmm.
That's amazing. Yeah, so that's also possible. So we have, yeah, healthy body, healthy mind, healthy spirit, purpose
Yeah.
in life. Yes, beautiful. Being a
I
relationship.
just feel expanding, and I feel like that's why I'm meant to help build this network too,
Mhm.
because I am in the state where I feel like I can do that. I am ready to help others.
Mhm. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
why in the state of expansion is just like that ripple effect that you're capable to create just by you doing your own work and then evolving with that work. So yes, you are in the state of just like, yes, I'm open and I'm open to create because I believe that we as humans are here to create. That's why dreaming big is so important. And also like exercising your creative imagination is so important.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like with all the technology and things like that, we just sometimes get too much buried in all the gadgets and don't allow ourselves to be creative and then
Yeah.
like dreaming big. Yeah,
That's,
to see what else is possible. So that
mhm.
come to your training and you can walk us on fire.
That's right. Woo! I would not dare to do that.
So,
He did say that he said that there was a guy that copied him in like Spain, and he did like an event and everything like that, and he did the walking on fire, and then a lot of people burned because he did not prime them correctly, and he's like, that's why like you shouldn't copy people, because if
yeah.
it's not you, you're copying somebody.
Yeah, I was just joking about the fire, but I'm sure you'll come up with something else because I know you're very creative.
Yes.
Okay, so now let's just touch a little bit more on self-love because that's the concept that I work quite a bit with my clients.
Uh-huh.
So how do you define self-love?
I define self-love as taking care of yourself and finding balance in your life. Checking in with your feelings and asking yourself, is this really what I'm supposed to be doing right now? And making sure that you come first. So once you're happy, then you can help everyone else around. So self-love is key so that you can then help everyone else around you and help them find self-love too.
Yes, beautiful. And it's beautiful that well, let's just maybe like ask this question from self-love perspective. Um, so what do you do on daily basis that helps you reconnect with yourself and bring that, like, I guess, enhance your relationship with yourself? Like, what are your everyday like rituals or something that
Mhm.
you have found that's been helpful to you that you can share with my audience?
My one of the main things is first thing in the morning is meditating, listening to a guided meditation, before I even roll out of bed. Still, when you're waking up and you're still tingling, and you're feeling good, like, oh, I put in headphones and I put one of the beautiful guided meditations, and that kind of prepares me for the day. I already feed my mind with the most beautiful things before I even start my day.
Mhm.
And then from there, it's much easier for me to take on challenges rather than getting up, rushing, even if I could have slept in another 15 minutes, but then my whole day feels it's kind of happening fast. It's
Mhm.
where if I'm meditating first thing in the morning, then I can really relax into the day and things seem to align much better.
Mhm. Mhm.
Mhm.
Is there a particular app that you are recommending or?
I use YouTube. I have a whole meditation list that I have created, and I find all these amazing YouTubes there. And then I have a folder, and I'll
Mhm.
go in that way in that folder too. I can play the whole list. And sometimes, if I'm meditating for hours, I will just play it, and then it goes from one to another to another. Or if I'm cleaning, or if I'm driving in the car, like I tend to like constantly feed my mind with meditations. I don't even have to be like laying there and listening. I
Mhm.
could be doing something that doesn't require thinking. And that's when I also tune into meditations just to feed my mind these positive thoughts.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, that's beautiful. What's the longest time you've ever meditated? You said for hours. Like, what's the long?
I would say, probably 2.5, 3 hours during the day. But also, I think sometimes I'll put it on and all night I listen to the meditation. So through
Oh, okay.
sleeping, right? So that
Yeah.
can be really nice too. Or just like meditation music for sleeping so that it's like,
Yes.
the right frequency and really just elevating you and your
Mhm.
body.
Yeah, yes, that's beautiful because yeah, it has vibration and frequency. So and it's always good, yeah, to guess create that match, energetic
Mm-hmm.
match. Okay, awesome. Is there anything else that you do to keep yourself connected with yourself?
Yeah, I really think, meditations. And then I listen to positive mindset stuff too. So, like, again, I use YouTube a lot. So,
Yeah.
like, there is Neville Goddard
Uh-huh.
teaching.
Yes,
There's
yes.
one guy, he's teaching all his teachings and he kind of breaks them down. And I love that. And I listen to it over and over. Like, there's so many videos that I've listened to probably 1,000 times. Even my
Mhm.
meditations, I'm like, I'm probably the one giving them the most views because I'm really like learning and then even re-listening and trying to really understand it from deeper perspective and embodying it so that it becomes me.
Yes, yes. Yeah, I love Neville Goddard's work too. Yeah, I was watching some of the YouTube as well. Awesome. Okay. So I guess my final question for today, before other questions that I have to surprise you with. So, what would be your most important message for my audience who are ambitious women creating their dream lives, but don't quite feel like they have a balance in life or don't quite feel like worthy of their big dreams?
My main advice would be to believe in your vision because we are the architects of our future. And no matter what happens, it is our opportunity to grow from those strengths, to grow and to become stronger.
Mhm.
Staying true to your vision, following our highest excitement, and checking in with our intuition to make sure that this is something that we're still meant to do.
Mhm.
Because we have everything inside of us to make our reality come true.
Yes, that's a beautiful message. I had the goosebumps going. Yes, I was receiving it. Thank you.
Thank
And that's
you.
what I'm all about. So yes, dreaming big and going after your big dreams. And yes, creating that pathway to trust and faith and intuition and wisdom, because we are here to create, and the world is only going to be a better place if we stay true to ourselves and to our dreams. And thank you for being that example and representation of what's possible, also coming from another country and taking an advantage of the opportunities that are available in this country. So, which is amazing. So, yeah, thank you for sharing your wisdom. And I also like to have like rapid fire questions.
Yes,
Can we go through that?
absolutely.
This is just to open a veil on other little quick areas of you, for our
Okay.
audience to get to know you. Okay, so it's gonna be like kind of quick. Okay. What book are you reading right now?
The Path to Profits.
Whoa, amazing. What's your favorite country to travel to?
Italy
Awesome. Any particular part?
by the ocean.
Okay, sounds good. Who is your favorite friend in life?
Carol Dackham.
Oh, hello, Carol. Okay, awesome. What do you like to do in Ohio?
Everything except the weather. I like sunshine.
What brings you joy?
Family, friends, quality time. Quality time is my number one.
How do you find quality time? How do you
Spending
define?
time, spending
Define.
time with friends, family, traveling together. You know, I'm always like, even when we travel, my husband and I, we joke like we're in the last 15 years, we only took 2 vacations alone. We always have other people come with us.
Oh, that's awesome. I love that. Yeah. And what do you do for fun?
Meditate.
All
I love to
right.
meditate and go out for fun dinners, you know,
Uh-huh.
meet friends or family because again, it's quality time. So doing dinners and all that is really fun to me.
Do you love to exercise?
Yes,
What's your favorite exercise?
I would say I love to exercise legs the most. So squats and lunges.
Okay. Not awesome. Do you do at home or go to the gym?
Yes, we have a gym in our facility, so I'm able to go work out there. And we have stairs I run, and I work out sometimes at home too. I've got weights, so
Awesome. Okay. What's your favorite quote?
um, believe in your vision. We are the architects of our future.
Yay, that's a beautiful ending. Yes, believe in your vision. We are the architects of our future. I love it. Well, thank you. Thank you so much for sharing your wisdom, for being you, for following your heart and your wisdom, and also just being that person in life of seeing that, yeah, you can actually have happy marriage, happy life, great purpose, wonderful friends, and create more from that place because that's who we already are. We are abundant and we are love, abundance, faith, trust, creativity, all of it. And more we come back to that wholeness, more we can create the visions and essentially connect somewhere all together.
Yes,
Because I believe all the visions and all of our pursuits still go back to love. And when we are love, we are one with the one and we're oneness. That's why we're all going to connect somehow, somewhere.
absolutely.
Yes. Thank you so much, Yasna. Okay, thank you, audience, my beautiful audience, for listening and create your vision. And if you need some assistance, reach out to Yasna or myself. We are happy to help, but also join our beautiful network. So especially if you are in Ohio, beautiful faces going places because it's much more fun to create visions together with like-minded people. Yes.
That's right. Yay.
Thank you. Bye-bye.